Okay, so here's where my head is before I press play. Here's where I'm at right now. How do you even move on from that? That should be the ending, right? It's the ending of the book for a reason, but it's in the middle of the season. That should have been the finale of the season. Stop that, roll credits. You stop the planet destroying asteroid. How do you even raise the stakes from here? We're not even halfway through season 2, and there's 2.5 more seasons left. Jesus, take the wheel. They never led me astray. And people love the show. And I've heard no comments about like season 8 type stuff. So it's going to be crazy, I got to assume. I just can't think of like, what does the next one destroy? 2 planets? Is it bigger? Oh, we're going to take out 2 planets and we got to divert that one too with 300 missiles? I don't know. I'm just saying the other plot threads are like minuscule in comparison to a planet destroying proto molecule asteroid, right? You got, oh, we left some research in space that only we know about, right? And then, okay, Aaron Wright reached out to Mao and Mao didn't answer. So something changed with him. Maybe he's launching a counterattack. I don't know, right? And then you can go down the you can go down the line of thinking of like, okay, well, Earth shot 150 missiles. Well, the plan was they're going to shoot 150, which they said half. So we'll shoot half, blow up Eros, and then another 150 to like sterilize whatever chemicals was left, right? Aaron Wright's like, we don't have time to do your little science experiment to figure out what it is. We'll shoot half and then we'll shoot another half. So then off screen, maybe, right, they shot or they redirected them, whatever, to Venus. So Venus doesn't exist anymore. You can go down that line of thinking of like, okay, well, Earth doesn't have as many planetary defenses as they once had. So now Earth is open to attack. But also, like, they kind of all work together. Hey, Mars, we got to shoot some missiles. Look at the trajectory of this little asteroid thing. We're not hitting you. Trust. And Mars was like, okay, fam. All right, I'm watching you. Right? And then Fred Johnson, look, dog, you got to let us control the missiles because, you know, we got a boy there and he's paying it. And Earth's like, okay. All right, that's what you got to do? Okay. All right, here you go. And they, you know, we didn't expect to work together, but we did. So, like, maybe that's the first steps towards peace. So, it's all good, right? Should all be good, except for Mao and the research, which they're the only ones that know about. But, like, I don't understand how this show goes on for 2.5 more seasons. I guess that's my thing. Like, how is this not the end? How is that not the end? We're not even halfway. Okay. That's it. That's what I'm thinking right now. I get narratively, right? We did a big thing, then we're going to drop and build back up to the last 2-3 episodes of this season. So I don't expect anything nuts to happen here, just more groundwork. But like, to what? Groundwork to what? What's left? How does it possibly get bigger than a planet destroying proto-molecule asteroid? I don't understand. I don't get it. But whatever. We're going to the next one. Enough. I'm putting my headphones on. Brand new character. Brand new timeline. Okay. I'm digging it.
With instead.
And that's appended from his wife, right? Command, propulsion, navigation, heading, environment, flight, telemetry, life support, systems, voice command on, thruster A, thruster B. All right. Covered in aluminum foil. Let's do this.
Command.
Siri.
This interface has been problematic from the start.
Siri.
Chinese.
Ooh. It's flying. It's working.
Element Epstein.
Epstein
And I
drives.
changed.
The depleted state
Look at
of
this
our missiles.
badass.
It's a
This guy just casually strolls in, shirt unbuttoned, Already looks like he owns the place. This dude's a baller.
Dr. Twibby.
Well, but we're confident we'll be able to account for all the rest in short order.
I don't know what that's cut. I don't know what that cut's for. It's for something. I just don't know what it is. I like how his skin is growing over the patch.
When did it start?
Okay, I thought they were gonna say something else. That's why I let it go. But I want to point out this thing. Let me get to a different frame. Okay, I like this. They touched on Miller and they touched on the crew, and basically kind of recapping their actions in the previous episode, which we all knew Miller was suicidal, but it's nice to hear it, and we all knew when Holden's like, the Rocinante will stay on autopilot however long it takes, that Holden was saying, we'll get you out even if we all die. But again, it's nice that in this world, they're like talking through the repercussions of that, or like he's realizing what he actually said. So that's kind of nice. I wanted to bring that up. And then I thought this was like, okay, that's a bad frame too. All right, I'll just hit play again.
When did it start?
Stuff do we got?
Are we gonna fight now?
God damn it!
Oh, they had a bet or something?
I told you. Arrows. Say, you know some bet, man. Give me that.
I'm glad we had this talk.
I love his face right there. Fucking Mao. Is this Mao? It's catching him like he's fishing. Cut that. I gotta cut that because I'm getting emails, but I counted them. I got like 28, so I missed a
My drive
couple.
was working better.
June. He's fine.
How is Ziggy? I'm fine.
I hear he's been.
And that's supposed to imply. So a couple things with that, right? First of all, people are back on Earth. And then second of all, it's showing them having dinner in presumably a nice restaurant because there's other tables. So that's signifying that like things are kind of back to normal. And then, you know, he just slid his hand across the table. Hey, you know, he could have come back, but he didn't, you know. Do you want some of that Dr. D? You know what I'm saying?
Contact, right?
So this is a nice way of having a character. How do I put this? This is a nice way of having a character explain something that they otherwise wouldn't be able to explain. You can introduce this guy as an expert, as a doctor, then you can have him refer to another guy as he lacks imagination. My head is thinking differently, and then have him get these other characters on board, whereas they otherwise wouldn't be able to make that sort of leap of, okay, Eros is moving, that must mean it's alien technology. You can introduce another character and give them like a reason to be able to kind of think or understand like that way. I can't think of a better way to describe it, but it's clear that he's, in this conversation, his job is to relay exactly what happened to bring her up to speed. And they've made his character specifically so that he would come across as like an expert in being able to do that. And I'm just pointing out, like, I think this is nice and it's done pretty well. He's a doctor, the way he refers to Janus. It comes across pretty naturally, even if you kind of know, like, okay, I see what you're doing here.
With his final
Josephus Miller.
You are the future, Diogo. You must continue the fight for the belt. You must live. Just live!
Every episode he shows up in, I gotta at least say it. At some point, I'm gonna be right. He's gotta die in this episode, right? At some point, I'm gonna be right. Freddy Boo?
Guidance control,
What?
our text drive.
I thought for sure that's a Mal thing.
And brought him back.
Both of them, this part right here. I think both of them make complete sense to me, and that's what makes those characters interesting. From their point of view, both of their arguments make complete sense. You have the ability to hang on to these missiles, to give yourself a leg up in negotiations, to give yourself a leg up in terms of not being bullied by either Earth or Mars. You can finally maybe negotiate on some common ground or even terms. But you can also see Holden, and you can see signs of that Don Quixote-ness of like, you took the missiles, that's the wrong thing to do. We got to tell everybody about the proto-molecule. The proto-molecule changes everything. People need to know that that's out there. It didn't come from Mars. It didn't come from Earth. It didn't come from us. It came from a fourth party. We need to be aware that this thing is real. And also Fred Johnson's pragmatic view of like, what would that actually do? You tell everybody there's aliens, they lose their mind. That goes back to the conversation with my wife, you know, whatever. That goes back to the conversation with my wife where she's saying, I have a 900-page long dossier on what to do with Mars, but I got 3 pages and it says, find God if aliens attack. Like, people aren't ready to deal with that. And I think that's cool. You can really empathize and connect with both their viewpoints there. Dude, I thought that was a Mal thing, though.
Miller, do this.
Oh,
Hey.
oh,
Hold
oh.
on there, partner. Whoa. Better back off and settle down, you hear?
Oh, oh, there we go. I mean, stop. I mean. Okay.
You okay?
You good? You good, bro? Oh, this is good. This is fun. Okay, I'll take. That's coming from experience. That's coming from experience. Johnson was kind of like. You'd have to imagine Johnson was kind of like Holden at some point, and then he got forced to pick a side after what happened on the whatever that negotiation thing was. Honey? Can you speak Chinese? I love how no one's cleaned his jacket. Presumably it's been a week, right? I think that's fair to say, right? It's at least been 3 to 5 days or more. And I love how no one's cleaned his jacket. Wait, what does that say? Exposure chamber PM252X? PM25 squared X? Oh, that's a dude on the left. Oh, I was trying to figure out what I was looking at. That's a dude. Or that's Julie. Okay. And Fred gave him that, right?
It's
a good story.
To save the cradle of humanity.
It's a good story.
Healers need to-
You need a bard like Dandelion. I also have no idea why this shot lingers on him. And that's not me being like, this is wrong. I'm not saying that in an aggressive way. I'm saying that as a neutral way. What does he know? What does he know that I don't know? Why does this shot linger after she gets a phone call and he's like, oh, it's interesting you got a phone call. Freddy Pooh. I also liked that scene, this one where they're talking about it, because they all represent their own unique viewpoint. Earth and the belt, Mars, and then just flat out nobody and destroying it. And I think they've done a good job of building the characters up so that they can make that argument and have it be believable. Even if it's just, hey, we need to have some sort of contention or show that a lot of people have different ideas on how to solve this thing. I think what Alex said actually does make sense. Martians really didn't do anything. In truth, right, they shot Phoebe because they saw, the homies heading there. If you tell people about it, that could also be good and give them a leg up. If you destroy it, then nobody can get a hold of it, and there's no chance that this happens again. I think this is nice. I like this. This is kind of nice. That slight hesitation before she starts inputting commands kind of shows both in her and in the viewer like a sense of, oh, but what if she doesn't do it, right? Because in this episode, they've done a good job of also showing that they follow Holden because it's not like he's demanding and commanding everybody. I mean, he is, but they follow him because they trust him and they believe in him. What they say at the very beginning of the episode, when we were picking up Miller, I ordered you to your deaths. It was the right thing to do. When they're in Fred Johnson's office, Naomi's backing him up again. When they're all at the dinner table or the table, they all agree with him then. Like they kind of show that everybody kind of goes along with Holden because ultimately they can empathize with it and understand that maybe that is the right thing to do. But that little hesitation, I think, shows in her and also in the viewer, like, yeah, but what if they don't? And I also saw this, which I don't know if I don't know if that's like what you do to plot the course out, whatever. But if you look at her fingers, right, I don't know if she's hitting it like this because you have to start a simulation to like get the course and then you fire it. But like she hits the simulation line. I don't know. Simulation active. Dirty girl. She doesn't seem too upset about it either. So in this, right, there's numerous times like the that thing and then like all those little mannerisms take on a different context now. And then also, yeah, it's done is both I did what you said, but then also us, it's done. Dirty. She doesn't look upset about it though. Joint UN and MCRN facility. Is this the chick? The badass? Yes. Yes.
He's no human being is dumb enough to put you in charge, Hillman.
Distance, armaments, UN pulse cannons, enemy targets, the little radar, radiation, 5163, clock, armor core faction, threat level midnight, OPA release, Josephus Miller, Juliet Mao. So this is the third time this happened. There's a doctor, and then the Fred Johnson one, and then this shot here. I like this. I don't know what it means. Let me take it back. I know what these shots mean, but as a viewer, I don't know what she knows, or at least I feel like I don't know what she knows. So these shots are doing a good job of instilling in you the sense of like, oh, she's playing like some Game of Thrones stuff is going on. They're like thinking and maneuvering and trying to realize what the other person is doing and doing that stuff, even if you don't like catch up. But it's conveying that like, oh no, she's the one in control here, which is I like that stuff. Those are my favorite parts. Yes, Queen.
That Jules Pierre Mao unleashed. tell his children.
Yeah.
He's more powerful than any court.
God damn.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! That was some fire. Jeez. I mean, fire. When she's talking about hellfire, but also like, God damn. This woman can act, yo. Good job. Amazing. A little smirk at the end. Really good job there. Everything here is like really hitting for me. This being his sort of way of apologizing, letting him hit him. Amos knowing on the surface exactly what he did to make Alex mad at him. But in saying it so just dryly and plainly makes Alex look even more weak, or views himself even more weak in that sense. So he brings up, I let 25 people die, I let that pod die to save you, I can fight my own battles. The frustration of, you don't even know why I'm mad at you. Oh, you little smartass, you know exactly why I'm mad at you. But also like this thing. But like basically every single conversation I've really liked. I think they all work. They're all reasonable conversations to have and like conflicts to have. Yeah, yeah, it's just hitting on all cylinders.
Euros first.
The Euros. The Euros.
Counters have to help each other.
I wasn't expecting your help.
No one else.
Holden's not a belter, right? So.
Todu check Dasuki Deva.
Ah, yes. C.
Che vedo pensare todo him. Inte mi vedi.
Toveren midvili. Do they have the hots for each other? Am I like way off base? Or are they like, or at least one of them is like, oh, what's up? What's up, shawty? Am I wrong? I'm feeling like, in addition to there still being Shaled A and Shaled B in the bottom left, I feel like I'm picking up some like, oh, what's up? What's up, shawty? Epstein Drive. Oh, he has the Halo 2 sword symbol. Okay. No weapons detected. Model unknown. Origin unknown. If it's unknown, does that mean it's the Illuminati Mao army? Ah, shit. Mao? Hey, guys! That unarmed drone is a third party! Watch out! Oh no. Oh my days. Oh god. Whoa! We back, boys. We back, boys. Shooting at something else. I mean, it looked like they were firing. Yeah, I mean, they're turning around and firing. I could tell that. You should be able to tell that. They were firing before they crested the hill, and they're turning around and shooting at something. You should... I mean, you got much better optics than me, right? I can't be the only one that saw that. Perfectly timed. Did he just get shot through the chest? Perfectly timed. Perfectly timed during the blackout. That also means, let's just say it's the Mao Mormon Illuminati jammer people, that they got a hook ton more ships and supplies than I originally thought. I thought it'd be around like 10-ish, right? You had 6 attack the Donager, and then every other reference to it was like, here's 1 protecting the station, or here's 1, which is the Anubis. And then maybe there was 1 like that picked them up on arrows. Maybe that was the normal ship. I don't really know. But like, okay, so maybe they don't have that many of them. Nah, dog. There's your hellfire. There's your hellfire. Saeed? Well, Gunny's still alive. Bunch of debris is falling down too. Travis, that was my guy, dude. We all know that Gunny's alive. Heartbeat pulsing. I did see like a proto-molecule ass zombie, right? I mean, she turned away, so maybe she didn't die, right? I guess she didn't die. Dude, what? Well, it's kind of a good thing Naomi didn't send that off into the sun, isn't it? Dude. 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 Okay. In closing, this is how you ramp things up. All of the literally every single scene was important, had character development, and or introduced a new character, which is important to the story. And they all were meaningful. They all landed for me. They all carried a lot of weight. All of the dialogue, all of the nuances of the dialogue carried, or what I picked up on, right? I might have messed up, but all of them really hit. And I gotta be honest, I was very surprised because I thought we wouldn't ramp up because this, I think there's like 6 or 7 or 8 more episodes in this one. I thought for sure, like, okay, this would be a lot of Naomi Holden crew conflict, like rebuilding type stuff. And then like, you know, arc of a story. We did this, we go back down, then we build back up. But that's not really, it's not really what happened. See, what happened was, wow. Okay. Yeah, I got nothing else. I'm just gonna be sitting here thinking while I fade to black because I got there's nothing else I really want to say. I just want to think for a bit. So yeah. More great writing, more good character development, more good conflict between the crew. They actually left the crew at odds with each other. Holden will find out eventually, right? But Alex and Amos, Naomi and Holden and Fred Johnson. Another good one. That scene with my wife, oh my days. Good. It's good.